good, YouTube? Long time no see. Different changes in the channel as you see when I put on my short yesterday on Thursday. We're going to be talking about mainly about sports now. It's a whole different change up. I hope you guys will bear with me and enjoy it. Anyway, now to the video what we're going to talk about. We are going to talk about Thursday night football. The Lions versus the Chiefs. Now, I want to talk about the Chiefs first. Since they lost, we're going to talk about them first. First, we're going to talk about that offense. How that offense looks completely different when they don't have Kelsey. And Eric Bieniemy. Remember, different offensive coordinator. Different style. Everything changes. Could this be just because Kelsey wasn't in there? We'll find out when he returns, right? Everything's up in the air. Now, Mahomes did what he's going to do, right? He had a lot of pressure on him, but he did what he was going to do. He was their leading rusher. I mean, he had 6 carries for 45 yards. Next was IP and Edwards-Helaire. They both had 23, 22 yards each to 8 to 6 carries. Not much production from the running game. All right? Now, the wide receivers. 2 receptions for MVS, 2 receptions from Watson, wide receiver / tight ends. 4 by Pacheco, a running back. 3 by Rice, the rookie. He also had his first touchdown. Congratulations. Bell as well. Congratulations on the touchdown. McKinney only had 1 catch for 10 yards. I thought they were going to use McKinnon more. And they didn't. Because, I was just like, all right, that's somebody Mahomes trust, right? So, since Kelsey was the third down guy, probably McKinnon could step up and be that person. I was wrong. And also, he had a crucial drop later in the game. Which, it wasn't going to be a first down, but it was going to get them close enough to at least maybe attempt a field goal or at least go for it for 4th down, right? You never know, if, ands, or buts. But the 2 players we're going to talk about are Tony. He had 5 targets, 1 catch for 1 yard. He has some big drops too. We're going to talk about later when we talk about the Lions defense. Thank you, Motorcycle, for interrupting me. Anyway. And then Sky Moore. Alright. I think I could talk. Sky Moore, 3 targets, no catch. Granted, one of those, 2 of those targets, one was really high because I believe Patrick Mahomes was being held down by AJ Hutchinson or was it Suggs? I don't remember who it was. And then, also 1 overthrow. 1, he got the ball punched out of him and then he had a drop. But at the end of the day, I didn't feel like he showed up, especially with the way he played last year in the Super Bowl, the play calling and all that. I didn't see much of that. You know what I'm saying? Now, they did do a play call later in the game, right? Like a double reverse pass sweep, whatever, and all that. That was really good. I mean, it worked out well, obviously, right? But I feel like there could be an improvement on that offense, especially when it comes to running. I think without Kelsey, they're going to have to run the ball. That's going to be a key thing for them. Now we're going to talk about the Chiefs' defense. This defensive line, just the defensive front, looks different without Chris Jones. Now, the Lions had 121 rushing yards in total. I'm not saying Chris Jones is going to change everything and, they're only going to rush for 50 with Chris Jones there or whatnot. I don't think it would have been 121 yards. Not taking anything away from the Lions' offensive line, which played superb. They were superb. I'm not going to take anything from that. I'm just saying it looks a little different without Jones. Maybe certain things would happen. Maybe certain runs up the middle wouldn't gain that many yards, right? Because, he'll attract more attention, probably free a Bolton or a Gay on the outside, get some tackles in there and whatnot. But didn't happen. Hey, can't do anything about that, right? Their leading tackler on defense was a cornerback, Trent McDuffie, which not something that, somebody should be proud of. The corner leading I would rather have either linebackers or safety. leading the team in tackles. Those are usually what it is. I know safety, they usually play back, but you know, safeties nowadays, they're like hybrid safety. They be playing up front, they be playing like an extra linebacker, they'll be playing back, they be playing, you know, it is what it is. That's how it works. Now, to move on to the Lions. First, we're going to start off with that fake punt. That fake punt caught me off guard. I was not expecting that whatsoever. I thought they were just going to punt the ball. And you know what? I looked away. I looked back. I'm like, whoa, what happened? He went for that? And it paid off. Because they ended up scoring a touchdown. Jared Goff looked amazing. 253 passing yards. Only 13 incomplete passes. 1 touchdown. He looked amazing. And Amon-Ra St. Brown. Boy, he was beasting and feasting. I don't know. It felt like he was the guy in the first half when it came to passing the ball. Because Reynolds fumble, he was dropping. Marvin Jones wasn't really showing up there. I know Laporta, a.k.a. I'm going to call it La Puerta, the door in Spanish. And Brock Wright, they played well. They showed up. But I feel like St. Brown, as the number 1 wide receiver, he did what he had to do. I'm ecstatic to see how they're going to look with Williams there when he comes back from suspension from betting. The O-line, like I said earlier, the O-line for the Lions plays superb. I mean, when they came to running the football, they just had to do what they had to do and let the duo in the backfield do their work, a.k.a. Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Montgomery, 21 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown, and Gibbs with 7 carries, 42 yards. I think at one point, he had a touchdown in him. I will say this. I felt like he had a touchdown in him. I think it was in the first quarter when Amon-Ra St. Brown scored the next play. And he bounced it to the outside, and I think the turf monster got him. The turf monster. I think he had the whole outside. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he had it or close. Right? It would have been close, and maybe they would have handed off the ball to punch it in. Would have been different, right? But I felt like that dude played amazing. That was a great pickup by the Lions. They traded away Swift. They didn't re-sign Williams. They drafted a running back, and they signed Montgomery. So it worked out for them for the first game. A+. They played well. The Lions defense. Okay? I know I wasn't the only one that saw it. But do you guys feel that the right tackle, Taylor, for the Chiefs, was 4-star the whole game? Well, not the whole game. Every passing, like every time they were going to pass the ball, I felt like it was a 4-star. First of all, he made it obvious because he got off the line first. But they didn't call it to the end of the game. You know why he had that problem? Number 97. I hope he's 97. Yeah, he is 97, right? Aiden Hutchinson, 97. I think he was one of the MVPs on the defense. They did not get a sack, but he was pressuring Mahomes. And he was getting double teamed most of the time. So that freed up somebody else to pressure the quarterback, right? Like, they had to pay attention. For his sophomore year, for his first game, prime time, Thursday Night Football, he showed up. He showed up. He did his thing. I want to talk about another rookie, Chad Campbell. That deflection he had when Mahomes went to pass it to Tony, and he ended up deflecting the ball. That was a big play. Why? Because that then led up into the pick 6 later. Whose fault? Tony. Why? Because it looked like he was playing for the Lions that day. You know what I'm saying? A pass, hit his hand, bounced off. Shout out to Branch for catching the ball. How many times have we seen cornerbacks not be able to catch the tip and ended up missing? He ended up catching it and taking it to the paja for pick 6. That really helped shift momentum in the game. That really helped. And another player I want to talk about, the leading tackler for the team, for the Lions, this game, CJ Gardner Johnson. He played amazing. Maybe he was hell-bent on from the Super Bowl last year, because as you know, he played for the Eagles last year. Now he's playing for the Lions. I felt like he played amazing. I felt like every time when there was a play, he was around there. I was just like, yo, that's CJ again. That's CJ again. That's CJ again. CJ with the tackle. Wow, CJ played well. I'm like, whoa, what? And he also dropped the pick earlier, which I believe he should have caught that. He should have caught that. But still, he was at the right spot at the right time. He made a play on the ball. Ended up no harm, no foul on that play. I think he also had an interception earlier in the game where I think he didn't turn his back, or maybe the ball was short or something like that. And I thought it was going to be an interception. And guess who was around there? CJ again. So big shout out to the Lions front office for getting him. Even they got him for a year. Maybe if the Lions do well this year, make the playoffs, do a little something, they'll be able to sign him. He'll want to stay, and they'll be able to sign him and pay him what he deserves. Right? So for the first game, that was a lot that happened for CJ. I felt like he was everywhere. When it was defense, I felt like I saw him everywhere, and I saw Aiden pressuring the quarterback every time. Even though Mahomes was running for his life too. So that was a big plus. Also, shout out to the NFL, man. All right. This first Thursday night football game was amazing. Compared to last year, what was it? The Bills versus Rams? I was asleep. This game, amazing. 10 out of 10. Close game, 21-20. I enjoyed every bit of it. I was streaming it live on Twitch, doing the play-by-play. So I'll leave my link in the description to the Twitch. We'll be watching the Houston Texans versus the Ravens. I am a Ravens fan. And then we'll be watching Sunday Night Football and then Monday Night Football. All primetime games and Ravens games. At least all the Ravens games, as much as I can. Right? If I won't be able to get it, then I'll watch something else. But I'll try to review all of it and, try to nitpick certain things and how I believe they could have played better or whatnot. Let me go know what you guys think about this whole change, about how the game played out, your opinions of it, and what games you guys looking forward to this weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Nigga, I was damn bad. Now I'm on a jet for real. Got all this ice on me, baby. Told my protector chill. Sipping on.